Tom Pidcock is one of the most remarkable riders of his generation, having been world champion in a number of disciplines across cycling, and is one of the riders of his generation in terms of excitement and incredible bike handling skills that we've seen as well, from his incredible descent down the Galibier to winning his second gold medal in the mountain bike event in Paris. Really remarkable. But in today's video, we're going to look back at how this all began. Hailing from Yorkshire in northeast England, Pidcock's cycling journey began at the age of 3, influenced by his family's deep passion for the sport. By the time he was 7, he entered his first race at the Castle Combe track, southwest England. As his talent became evident, Pidcock's parents supported his participation in national level races. His breakthrough occurred at the British National Youth Road Series in Scarborough, where he won and gained recognition as a promising hill climber. Pidcock made his first World Championship appearance at the 2016 UCI Cyclocross World Championships after having dominated in the domestic junior races, and in the Zolder, where the World Championships was, he managed to finish top 5. And Wout van Aert was the man who won the elite on that year's World Championships. He then focused on the 2016-2017 cyclocross season, winning the Super Prestige at Sonborn in October and claiming gold at the European Cyclocross Championships in France by maintaining a lead from the 3rd lap. Pidcock achieved his first podium finish in the Junior Cyclocross World Cup with a 3rd place in Germany, followed by his first World Cup victory in Namur, winning by nearly a minute, celebrating with a wheelie across the finish line. Pidcock even managed at the World Championships in the early part of 2017 to win the junior race in front of his teammates of Dan Tollett and Ben Turner to do a 1-2-3, but in the process he also completed his treble of winning the national championships, the European championships, and now the world, all in the junior cyclocross, which was absolutely remarkable. Just 2.5 months after this incredible feat, Pidcock managed to win more races, this time on the road in the former Paris-Roubaix Juniors race, breaking clear with a solo attack on the Carrefour de l'Arbre, 15 kilometers from the finish. This victory gave him a lot of confidence, and he entered the Tour Series in the UK as a guest rider, becoming the first ever guest rider to win an individual round of the criterium competition, soloing to a victory in Durham while riding for the PH Mas Paul Millen's Oldfield team. This victory was a testament to his growing prowess and his versatility as a youngster, and being able to beat seasoned riders in this criterium field was absolutely remarkable. And it even showcased his incredible bike handling skills as well, because the bike change he did in the race was absolutely remarkable. Pidcock's success continued into July when he won the elite race of the British National Criterium Championships in Sheffield at only 17 years old. He secured the victory by attacking on the final climb of the last lap, outpacing Harry Tanfield and John Mullen. Pidcock went to his first ever World Championships in Bern in Norway in 2017, where he managed to win the junior time trial quite remarkably and added another junior title to his name. At the start of June that year, Pidcock announced that he would be joining the Telenet Fidea Lions team from October on a 2-year contract, as he had caught the attention of the former world champion Sven Nys, who was the team manager. Pidcock made his debut for the team at the Poldercross Cyclocross race in October, finishing as part of a 5-man group, 77 seconds behind the race winner of Mathieu van der Poel. The following weekend, Pidcock secured his first victory for the team by taking the under-23 victory at the Nils Albert Cross race in Boom. Part of the Super Prestige competition, he finished 8 seconds ahead of Adam Tubalik, and the following week, once again, he bested Tubalik in his first under-23 World Cup race of the season in Koksheid. In November, he took the silver medal in the under-23 European Championships in Tabor, Czech Republic, narrowly losing out to Belgium's Elie Iserbyt in a 2-up sprint, which at the time Pidcock protested due to the irregular sprint by Iserbyt. However, the following month, it was announced that Pidcock would also be riding for Wiggins, the team, on the road scene in 2018. As he prepared for the 2018 World Cyclocross Championships, Pidcock won his first British national under-23 cyclocross title in Heaton-le Hall, dominating the race by over a minute. Despite being a favourite for the under-23 world title, he finished 15th after a poor start. In August 2018, Pidcock and Telenet mutually agreed to end their contract, allowing him to join the new British cyclocross team TP Racing, established by Trinity Sports Management. The team debuted in 2018 October, and during the 2018-2019 cyclocross season, Pidcock claimed a second Under-23 Cyclocross World Cup and the Under-23 Super Prestige, the Under-23 European Championships, and the Under-23 World Championships as well, and he also won the Senior British National title. Quite a scalp, to say the least. In 2019, on the road, he had some good results. In a Belgian Under-23 stage race, he managed to win Stage 2B and finished third overall. He also rode his first Rutland Classic, finishing fifth in the final sprint, and he even ventured into the Tour de Yorkshire, which also was the final edition of that race, but wasn't able to leave his mark on that year's edition. Pidcock continued his successful year by winning the Paris-Roubaix Under-23 race, riding for Wiggins Lecole. He attacked from a 9-man group, leading with 25 kilometers to go, eventually riding to the finishing and becoming the first rider to win the Under-23 version of the race. His next big race was the Tour d'Alps, where he managed to win up La Planche de Belfi convincingly and won the race overall as well. And at the 2019 World Championships in Yorkshire, Pidcock finished fourth in the Under-23 road race, which was later changed because the initial winner, Niels Ekholm, was disqualified and Pidcock was promoted to third overall. TP Racing as well rebranded to Trinity Racing for the 2019-2020 cyclocross season, making a significant step in Pidcock's career as he entered a full season of senior elite competition for the first time. Competing at this higher level, Pidcock secured 4 top 10 finishes in the Cyclocross World Cup and clinched the silver medal at the World Championships, finishing just behind Mathieu van der Poel. Additionally, he successfully retained his British national title, further establishing his dominance in the sport. In February of that year, Pidcock announced that he would compete on the road for Trinity as the team expanded into road cycling for the 2020 season following the folding of Wiggins Lecole in 2019. The 2020 season was, however, significantly disrupted by the pandemic, leading to a pause in competition. He then competed in the Trans-Maurienne Vayus, where he finished fourth overall, winning 3 out of the 5 stages and placing on the podium on 2 of the others. On the road, Pidcock finished fourth in the Under-23 time trial at the European Championships before heading to the Baby Giro, where at the beginning he lost time on the first stage due to the hot conditions, but managed to bounce back and win stage 4 in a breakaway, and then went on to dominate the rest of the race, taking the leader's jersey and winning on stage 7 and stage 8 to clinch the overall in an emphatic fashion, showing the true promise of him on the road. In September of that year, Pidcock competed at the World Championships in Imola, making his debut at the elite race as the leader of the British team. Given dispensation to step up after the cancellation of the Under-23 race, Pidcock completed the 258-kilometer race, the longest one-day race in his legs to date, and finishing 42nd overall. In the following month, Pidcock rounded off his season, returning to mountain biking, making his debut in the Mountain Bike World Cup and the Novaya Mesto round. Despite starting from the back of the grid, he won the Under-23 race, setting the fastest lap times, which were even 7 seconds quicker than the fastest riders in the elite race. He competed at the Mountain Bike World Championships in Leogang, where he claimed 2 rainbow jerseys, winning the E-Mountain Bike World title with a 35-second lead and also winning the Under-23 World Championships as well by over 2 minutes. Thereafter, Pidcock began the 2020-21 cyclocross season in November at the Tabor World Cup round, where he finished 17th after enduring a poor start and crashing midway through the race. However, he quickly rebounded, and in December he won the Gava round, his first major senior international win in cyclocross, finishing ahead of the likes of Mathieu van der Poel, Toon Aert and Elisabeth. At the 2021 World Championships in Ostend, Pidcock narrowly missed out on a medal, finishing 4th after closing the gap to 3rd place Toon Aert in the final, and that meant that Pidcock completed 13 races and achieved a total of 9 podiums in his first elite season. For the 2021 season, Pidcock would also be joining the World Tour team Ineos Grenadiers, and he was scheduled to join the team following the cyclocross season. Pidcock enjoyed a successful neo-pro season with Ineos Grenadiers in the Spring Classic, securing a 3rd place in Kern-Brussels-Kern, 5th in Strade Bianca and 15th in Milan-San Remo, where he even launched the daring attack from the lead group on the descent of the Poggio. However, it didn't take long before Pidcock would taste his first race win, as he did so in the Brabantis Pile, defeating Wout van Aert and Matteo Trentin in a very thrilling 3-man sprint. He continued this impressive form, being in the race-winning move in Amstel Gold, darting for the line with Wout van Aert once more, and this time losing out to the Belgian in a very, very close photo finish. After the Spring Classics, Pidcock shifted his focus to the mountain biking in preparation for the Summer Olympics. In his first elite appearance at the Mountain Biking World Cup, Pidcock impressively moved from 76th in the starting field to lead the race by the 3rd lap, ultimately finishing 5th. At the second round of the 2021 World Cup in Novaya Mesto in May, he took the win, being the only rider able to keep the pace with Mathieu van der Poel for the first 2 laps before pulling away and finishing a minute ahead of the Flying Dutchman. In May that year, Pidcock suffered a setback by breaking his collarbone in a training crash, preventing him from participating in the Tour de Suisse. However, following surgery, he was back training on the road within a week, and at the Tokyo Olympics in July, Pidcock made history by winning the gold medal in the cross-country mountain bike competition, leading the race midway and finishing 20 seconds ahead of Matthias Fugler, the Swiss rider. Victory marked the first Olympic medal for the British rider in the mountain biking, and he became the youngest rider to win the Olympic mountain biking title as well. Following the Olympics, Pidcock was named in the Ineos Grenadiers squad for the 2021 Vuelta a España, where he finished 67th overall, but it was his first Grand Tour. Pidcock began the cyclocross season in early December at the Boom Round, competing in 12 races leading up to the World Championships as well. He won his first Elite World Cup race in Rupchen and secured another title in Holst, and finishing 11th overall in the World Cup standings, despite only participating in 5 out of the 15 rounds. In January, he skipped defending the British title to attend the Ineos Grenadiers training camp. At the World Championships, Pidcock entered as a favourite alongside Eli Iserbyt. Despite being outnumbered by this Belgian team at the front, Pidcock rode away and won the race, striking a Superman pose as he crossed the line and winning his first elite title in the absence of Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert in Fayetteville, USA. During the 2022 cycling season, Pidcock competed in 7 classic races and 3 of the earlier season monuments. Despite his potential, his results were mixed. He finished at the back end of the group in Liège-Bastogne-Liège, outside the top 10, and abandoned Milan-San Remo due to illness. And in the Flanders, he was mid-pack finishes in Kern-Brussels-Kern and Gent-Wevelgem, and placed outside the top 10 in Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and Amstel Gold. His best result was a podium finish in Dwars door Vlaanderen behind Thies Benoot and Mathieu van der Poel. Pidcock admitted that he was still learning to master the cycling classics, and he also recorded a top 5 finish in Brabantis Pile, supporting his teammate Magnus Sheffield, who took a solo victory. Pidcock was named to the Ineos Grenadiers start list for the Tour de France. During the tour, he navigated the cobbles of stage 5 and ended the first week in the top 10 overall. Although he dropped out of top 10 after the high mountains on the Col de Granon, he played a crucial role for Geraint Thomas in a support role, who was vying for a podium finish. On Bastille Day, during stage 12, with a mountaintop finish on the Alpe d'Huez, Pidcock joined a breakaway group after an incredible bit of descending by him on the Galibier to make the gap up. This breakaway group included 4-time champion Chris Froome, and Pidcock managed to launch the decisive, successful solo attack halfway up the climb to claim a victory. This win made him the youngest ever winner to win on Alpe d'Huez and elevated him to 8th overall, and also elevated his status within the sport. A truly coming of age of a ride. Pidcock after the tour went to the Tour of Britain as one of the favourites to win, and on the Queen stage in the North Yorkshire Moors, he was in the front group on the crucial climb, the Carlton Bank, but he ended up finishing 2nd in the sprint for the stage win. He was planning to potentially attack the leader in the later stages. However, the passing of Queen Elizabeth II meant that the race was ended early, and that meant that he was unable to contest for his home tour. In the 2023 season, Pidcock had a good start to the year. In the Tour of Algarve, he managed to take a victory and had a bit of a shaky moment in the time trial and finished 7th overall in that race. He finished 5th in Omloop Het Nieuwsblad as well. And at Strade Bianche, the gravel race, he really lived up to his potential by attacking 23 kilometers from the finish and soloing all the way to the finish line in Siena and winning the race. He also managed to finish 3rd in Amstel Gold, behind Tadej Pogačar and Ben Healy after a very aggressive battle. And even in Liège-Bastogne-Liège, he was dueling it out with Remco Evenepoel, but ultimately finished 2nd, his highest ever place in a monument, and was an epic result for him. At the Tour de France, there wasn't too much to write home about for the Brit. He did stay up inside the top 10 up until stage 14, but then it kind of went a bit south, but he still finished 13th overall. At the Tour of Britain, he was sitting in a good position, but unfortunately didn't start on stage 7. In the 2024 season for the road, Pidcock had a great start to the season, featuring at the pointy end of the Vuelta al Garve once again, finishing 3rd on the final stage and managing to finish inside the top 10 overall. And he went on to finish 8th in the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and even was 4th in Strade Bianche, before going to Tirreno Adriatico, where he was up there on the big mountains, but ultimately finishing inside the top 10. But that wasn't the big result, because that came at Amstel Gold, where he managed to get in the race-winning move and won the sprint to the finishing line, finally claiming the Dutch Classic for the first time in his career. Prior to the Tour de France as well, he had success in the Tour de Suisse with plenty of top 10 results in the race. However, at the Tour de France, he just wasn't able to find that extra gear and left the race early. But the big moment for him came in July 2024 at the Paris Olympics, where Pidcock once again was representing the UK in the mountain bike cross-country event, and did so in remarkable fashion, as he was almost 40 seconds down on the leaders as he had suffered a puncture and managed to make his way up to Victor Koretsky and passed the Frenchman in a remarkable fashion and secured the victory, taking his 2nd gold medal in the Olympics overall. Tom Pidcock's journey from a promising junior cyclist to a multi-discipline champion showcases his exceptional talent and versatility. He's one of the most versatile riders in the peloton, and there's almost no other rider who can match him on this feat. Across cyclocross, road and mountain biking, has set the foundation for a career filled with potential and continued success. As he advances in his professional career, Pidcock remains an enigma of the sport and a true renegade and maverick, and we will all like to see where this takes him, and maybe he will even go to greater heights. But anyways, that's basically it for this video about Tom Pidcock. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on the Cycling Dane, and why not check out some of our other videos about some other riders. But for now, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and we will see you around.